Greetings, brothers and sisters. This is Pastor Keith, bringing you another episode of A Pastor's Posture. Daily exercise should be an essential part of every person's life, but it's especially true if you're a pastor. I make it a point to get outside regularly and walk for miles, sometimes for miles at a time. And I often walk the nature trails, climb a lot of stairs, jog, and also take my bicycle and bike across town from time to time. One popular exercise craze that's sweeping the nation is called Zumba. Zumba is a dynamic, fast-paced exercise routine that includes a lot of movement, a lot of motion, a lot of dance, some music, a lot of twisting and turning to get your heart rate up and get you interacting with a group of people, or you can do it by yourself. But Zumba is fast becoming a national and a global phenomenon. Coming up next, I interview a Zumba instructor who says she lost 3 dress sizes simply by getting her cardio up and calories down, and it helped transform her life and the life of many of the people who take her classes. So again, coming up next, I interview a Zumba instructor where we talk about proper exercise and nutrition and a lot of other things in terms of core and posture and balance. And I'll be right back. So Lisa, tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm Lisa Hafey, and I'm a Twin Cities group fitness instructor.
Okay. How long have you been doing that?
It's been a little over a year now.
How do you like it?
I love it. I love it because I love participating, and I thought, why not give this a try? So now I'm teaching it too.
What got you started?
I just knew that in order to get to the gym, because usually getting to the gym is the most difficult part.
Okay.
Whether it's outdoors or indoors, getting there is the most difficult part. So I knew I had to do something that I loved, and that was Zumba dance fitness.
Wow.
So that's what I knew.
Zumba is really cool. I hear it's quite popular.
It is, it's fun. It's like ballroom. I used to do ballroom dancing as well as ballet in the past.
Sure.
So it's sort of like ballroom dancing minus the partner. So.
Wow.
I love it.
So you get to be very active.
Yes.
And keep that heart rate up.
Heart rate is always elevated.
Always?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, it's intervals. We go up and then down and then up and back down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's the typical participant in those classes? Does it range from everybody to everybody?
Oh, it's for everyone.
Wow.
All ages, body shapes, levels of ability, and fitness levels. So.
And how does one get involved in your classes?
In my classes, well, I teach at a variety of gyms and a corporate center, and I'm also a substitute instructor when I'm not teaching regular classes.
Okay.
So I teach at Southdale YMCA, and I teach at the Wells Fargo corporate.
Wow. And Southdale and Edina?
Southdale and Edina,
Okay.
yes. And I teach at the Eden Prairie Community Center. I'm on a rotation there, so.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
This segment is about helping pastors to stay fit and healthy. Pastors have a tendency to stand up all the time while everybody else is sitting down.
Yes.
What advice do you have to help them keep their core intact and to maintain that great posture while standing up all the time?
Well, standing up, part of it is being mindful of your postures, being mindful of that. I think that's a step one. I mean, I know myself sitting here thinking, oh, I've got to put my shoulders back. So keeping yourself in alignment. But I know we discussed in the past about proper footwear.
Yep.
Definitely a benefit.
One of the things I've learned over the years is that proper footwear is key.
It is.
I have on some of the most comfortable shoes I've ever had right now, and they are critical to me maintaining that core and that proper balance. How do you equate your Zumba classes and the fitness and the exercise to helping those who really don't have time to exercise? How do you build that bridge between those two?
The bridge between finding the time and...
Yes, so if a pastor or a lay leader who really is always busy with the congregation and their needs, how do you help them to understand where to find the time? Is that at home? Is that your classes? Or what do you think?
Well, I think it's individual. Everyone has different schedules, different times of availability.
Sure.
And we were mentioning earlier before that sometimes the most difficult part is just getting there.
Getting to the gym.
Maybe whether it's outdoors or indoors. Maybe it's, walking around the lake.
Okay. Wow.
Maybe it's taking a jog around the lake. So getting there is typically the most challenging aspect of it. But once you're there, typically when we're there, we're like, oh, I'm so glad I'm here. This was so worth it. Why was it so hard to get here?
For pastors and lay leaders and even their secretaries who are typically busier than they are.
They might be, yes.
Is there something that you can recommend in terms of churches that have space to start such classes? How would they go about doing that?
Let's see. But again, every place is individual, has
Sure.
unique needs. But if it's something that you find that you'd like to offer to your congregation, by all means, assess the type of space that you have. And if you're interested in a particular format, I know on Zumba, there is a website for Zumba, and there might be for other formats as well. And just as simple as getting in touch with an instructor, and they can get in touch or let you know about what the space would work, what would be required for their format.
What's your recommendation in terms of diet as it equates to fitness?
Fitness? Well, if a person's goal is weight loss, there are two ways to go about it. Actually, three. One is to reduce the amount of calories that you consume. Yeah. The second way is to increase your amount of energy output.
Okay.
And then the third one, which is my favorite, is both.
Wow.
Why not do both?
Want to do both.
So that was my strategy. And I lost 3 dress sizes. And you mentioned about getting to the gym or getting outside, whatever it takes to exercise. And for me, I just love to dance. Okay. And so I think you just have to find what you're passionate about and just go do that.
That's
for me, it was dance fitness. So here I am.
Tell me about that. What's your story? I know you have a story. There's a reason that you are a dance fitness Zumba.
I just love it. I started out in cotillion and when I was in grade school, cotillion. So we did a little ballroom dance there. We did the cha-cha. We did the chicken dance.
Wow.
We did the hokey pokey.
Yeah.
So that's not quite Zumba, but
right.
So I started off that way. I started off with ballet lessons for many years, ballet and tap. And then later on as an adult, I took ballroom dance and I just loved it. And it had been a while, and I heard about Zumba at the gym when I joined the YMCA, and I thought, well, I'll give this a try. I was really nervous, and I thought, surely I must look ridiculous, but I came back because I love the music and the routines. It was so fun. And
that's what works.
That's what worked for me. For some people, it's running. Go run.
Sure.
It might be riding a bike. It might be, weightlifting, which is really important too. So whatever it is that you love to do, go do it.
And is it important to just get the cardio up and calories down, or how does that work?
I think that's going to be the most effective way. You can concentrate on one or the other. For example, if you know, gosh, I really consume a lot of calories, that's something that you can reduce and see if that might be of help. Or perhaps you are satisfied with the amount of food you're eating and you just want to simply increase the amount of exercise. But I think both is going to give you the most effective results.
You've been doing this for a couple of years?
Actually, it's been a little over a year now.
A little over a year.
Yes.
What have you seen in the industry in terms of trends? What do you see happening out there?
Well, dance fitness, that's been popular for a while. Aerobics, cardio in general is very popular. There's a lot of interval training. That's a big trend right now.
Get that heart rate up.
Yes, to get it up and then down and up and shocking the body. Wow. Weight training will never go out of style. So weight training, interval training. I should mention yoga too, mind and body Pilates.
Okay. Tell me about that.
So, and actually I just trained for yoga.
Okay.
A couple of months ago. It was really fun.
So it's something else that you're adding to your routine?
That's something that I'm hoping to add.
Wow.
Is to add some yoga classes.
Okay, and then is that for flexibility? Is that for
a lot of it is for flexibility.
That's incredible.
I think that would be a nice compliment if you were strength training to add a yoga class. Okay. That would be a nice compliment.
How does one come and take your class?
How does one come and take my class? Well, first of all, there are guest passes, so if you want to try it out, just come to the Southdale YMCA or the Eden Prairie Community Center, or if you work at Wells Fargo, just come and let them know you want to give it a try.
Sure.
And usually there's a passes for a few days, so you can try it and see what you think.
The average clergy person is really out of touch with regular fitness, etc., because we are typically out preaching, teaching, ministering, feeding people, etc.
Important work.
Yeah. How do we balance our ministry life and fitness? What's your advice? If I had to ask you one question and you gave me one answer, what would be the answer? Especially in addition to just getting there,
or getting to the gym, or just getting up and doing it, what do you think is the balance between all the work
Sure.
and finding time to actually play?
Finding time.
Well, let me start with my pastor's schedule. Typically on Mondays he's off. So Tuesday his work week starts, and he is in classes at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then doing prayer, and then 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He's got a list of meetings till 5 o'clock, and then he goes to some other stuff, and then he gets home about 7, 8 o'clock at night, and then up on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, start all over again.
Very busy.
Hugely busy.
Very busy.
And then Saturday there's weddings and
Sure.
all this other stuff going on. And then Sunday to start the week he's back at it again. Tell me where within that framework he finds time to Zumba.
Right. I do have a class on Friday night, by the way.
Friday night.
Friday night.
Wow.
And it's called TGIF Zumba. We just embrace that it's the end of the week.
Sure.
And so it's almost like going to a club. I mean, there's really great music,
Okay.
routines that are easy to follow, and then the more often you come, the more familiar it is.
Okay.
So it's TGIF Zumba. We embrace it.
So is that your sort of busier night?
That's my busy night.
Wow.
Yes.
Friday night.
Friday night at the gym.
Is winding down their
Yep.
week.
Mhm.
Friday nights they're
Why
actually...
not live it up
Well,
at the
yeah.
at the
That
gym?
makes sense.
That's what I used to do. I used to go every Friday night as a
Okay.
participant. And so now I'm leading it because I love it so much.
That's incredible.
It's a great way to kick off the weekend. And what we do, what I tell the participants is whatever happened this week, whatever we want to celebrate, whatever we love about our week, we're going to celebrate on the dance floor. And whatever we didn't like, we're just going to dance it off.
Wow.
So it really releases stress too.
That's great advice.
It's great. I love it. It's fun.
That's great advice. Look in that camera and tell people how to reach you and get to your class and where you are and why you want them to come on Friday nights.
Okay, well, TGIF Zumba, again, we celebrate what we loved about the week. We just dance off what we didn't like. We burn at least 500 calories. This is if they never existed. And I'm at lisahafey.zumba.com is my website, and I'd be glad to give information about that. But I'm at Southdale YMCA, so it's as simple as going by and let them know you want to guest class and give it a try. But as far as incorporating it in your life, it's just something that has to be something you're passionate about, something you want to do, something you know is important and it's a priority. And it doesn't have to be going to the gym, although it could be as easy as going on YouTube and finding some routines. It could be as easy as 15 minutes of getting,
Just
a quick jog in, whatever it could be. Do something,
Yeah.
whatever it is. If it's yoga, if it's, a quick aerobics routine on YouTube, if it's something on Netflix at home, whatever it is.
Just get up, get active.
If it's,
and do
just you can do strength training exercises wherever you are. I mean, you could do a set of 50 squats while you're near your desk,
Yeah.
whatever it might be.
I write a lot of books, and
Okay.
my routine is typically every time I finish a page or a
Okay.
chapter, I do some cardio.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Absolutely.
And a lot of it is about habit.
Yeah, it's a
And
ritual for me.
It kind of has to become part of our lifestyle. It's just, and it takes time to make something become a habit. I just thought I'd mention the benefits of cardio because we all know that it's good for us. We know it's beneficial for our health, but it's increasing your lung capacity. It's helping with blood circulation. It helps with your energy. I mean, I can't tell you how much it's improved my energy and my stamina.
Wow.
It improves your mood.
That's incredible.
So
Wow.
why not improve your mood?
Thanks for watching. This is Pastor Keith, bringing you another episode of A Pastor's Posture, and I'll see you next time.